Good morning. Today I am attempting my longest day hike yet. This is the Queenstown to Arrowtown trail. It's 21 kilometers, so it should be like 2 kilometers over my longest day hike so far. I think it was 18.6 on the Aspiring Hut trail. It's not the longest hike I've done, it's just the longest in a day. It's a pretty flat trail, but I think 21 kilometers is 21 kilometers. It's gonna take me a bit. But I'm gonna just chill because it's actually really nice. Like, I walk through the town a little bit, and then there's kind of a long stretch where I don't think you're really passing too much. So I might get a coffee down here, do a bit of the walk to Arthur's Pass, then continue on to Arrowtown. And then when I get to Arrowtown, I'm going to get the bus back. I live up on a hill, and I just know that when I get back, I am not going to want to walk up that hill. So I'm going to park my car at the bottom of the hill. Then when I get the bus back, I can just drive straight up the hill. So yeah, I'm not going to show too much of me getting ready or anything, just because I want to get out of here in the next hour, and it just kind of takes a little bit of time to do that. So I'll probably grab some snacks as well down at the grocery store before I go. The good thing about this trail is that because it's pretty much always close to something, that I should be fine. I'm packing 1.25 liters, which should last me at least halfway there, and then I should be able to fill it up at some point. All right, let's go. Okay, I'm pretty much ready. I'm just gonna do some stretches for probably like 10 minutes because I think that's where I go wrong sometimes, is I don't do stretches and then my body is really sore, like my legs especially. I'm gonna take a roll of toilet paper as well, just because I don't know if I'm gonna have to do a bush week. I've also just grabbed a plastic bag just to put the toilet paper in if I do need to use that. I'm gonna head down and grab a coffee, grab a few things from the grocery store, and then we will begin.
$2.60. Move your Granny Smith apples to the bagging area. Your total is 13.
Okay, I am going to start the trail. I'm starting the trail about 1.5 kilometers in, just because the start of this trail is actually in town, and I just don't want to hike in town for the first half an hour. So I'm gonna start here and maybe just add an extra kilometer on at the end. Depends on how I'm feeling at that point. But yeah, I could easily just walk for an extra 15 minutes at the end of this to make that kilometer up. I'm gonna put my boots on and put my snacks in my backpack, and then we better get started because it's after 10 o'clock. Not sure what that is. Ooh. That's not mine, but should I use some of that? I might just put that in my backpack. It's my housemate's, but just in case, I might put that in my backpack because I didn't bring mine. My boots have seen better days. Because this was such an on a whim decision, I didn't make a playlist, so I'm just gonna have my like songs on shuffle, and maybe listen to a few episodes of The Basement Yard. I've got a couple to catch up on, so let's get started. First 20 meters done, feeling good. I'm literally 5 minutes in and I've already made a wrong turn. About 3k's in, almost at Arthur's Point. We're gonna get a better view of that soon, but I can hear it from the trail on the side of the road. It's actually usually really blue, but I think we've had a lot of rain and it's been quite windy lately, so it's probably looking a bit brown at the moment. Alright, I'm about 4k's in. I had to do a little detour just because the trail kind of goes along the road, which I think would have been fine. There's a little space to walk, but there was this back trail that's on another route, so I just decided to do that, and then it links back up, so that might add another 100-200 meters, which we are trying to add on. I do wish that I wore my t-shirt. I do have it in my backpack, so when I get a chance I might change into that because it is quite hot outside. So this is sort of a gorge trail. You can actually go down here and do that trail, but we're not going to do that one today just because it's going to put a lot on, and I think I would have to walk uphill quite a bit afterwards, so I want to save my energy for as long as I can, so we're going to go up here and join back up on the road. Alright, we are heading downhill now onto basically the straight of this hike. I would say the easiest part of this trail, and I think it's quite long, probably a few kilometers. I think one of the best things about this trail is that I'm finding the start of so many other trails that I didn't know were here. Like that down there. I've always wanted to get down here, but I've never I guess I've never put in the effort to get down there, but it looks really cool. I'm gonna have to put that on the list. Okay, I'm about 7 kilometers in. I thought it was the flat bit, but I think there's one more hill before I get to the flat bit, so I think I'm about to do that now, and then we'll be on the flat for a while. Let's go. Okay, so this is the final hill bit, if you can see up here. And then once I get past that, I go downhill, and then it's the flat towards Arrowtown, which I think is probably going to be 5 or 6 kilometers, and then we'll get there. So let's go. I'm just having a little break, having my up and go, give me a bit more energy. I probably shouldn't drink this so fast because it will give me a tummy ache, but I also don't, I have to put it back in my bag, so it's got to be gone. Okay, so I thought I could go on the road, but it looks like this trail goes here, and I think I have to go up to the back and then I can go along like the edge of the mountain there and then cut back onto the road. So we'll do that. Might be a little detour, but I think this is the way to go. There's no like Queenstown to Arrowtown trail route. It keeps saying different trails. So I'm not sure if this is just a trail that someone's created by walking on the road. Yeah, there was no like specific sign for that trail, so this seems like the safest thing to do. Hi. You're very cute. I just wanted to take a video of this because, okay, first of all, so freaking pretty. But then I'm walking along this trail and I come across these flowers just chilling there. They're the only ones here. They're so pretty. So that's nice. So I have changed into my t-shirt. It's quite hot and it's only like 18 degrees today, but I'm used to 5 degrees. So my body has acclimatized to New Zealand weather and 18 degrees is feeling quite hot. Also I'm like basically in the sun. There's been a lot of exposed trail so far. I think pretty much all of it will be. But yeah, otherwise I think I've done about 11 kilometers now, or close to. I feel pretty good. I feel like I did a lot of detour. I can see that I've got just over 10 k's to go, so I think I'll definitely be hitting the 21 kilometer mark, if not a little bit more. So yeah, I think I'll well and truly be beating that goal. Anyways, I'm gonna have a bit of water and a little bit of a snack and then I will start up again. Just want to say that I did have a reusable water bottle, but for some reason I lost it at work, and I've been using this for like 2-3 months now, and I just will keep using it as long as I possibly can. I don't love that it's plastic and I don't like contributing to that, but just at the time I was in need of water. I realized I didn't have my water bottle, bought this, and I've been using it ever since. So I will use it for as long as I can. Probably buy a reusable water bottle when this ends up going. Okay, I am 13 kilometers in. I'm headed back onto the road now, but there is a little path on the side, so I'm gonna follow that along and then hopefully end up in Arrowtown in maybe like an hour or an hour and a half. the road back onto like the exposed trail in the shade at the moment. Got about 7.5 kilometers to go. Definitely feeling a little bit tired, but it's not too bad. Okay, the trail is flooded, so I'm gonna just take my shoes off and walk through that. It's so cold. Oh god, almost there. Oh. Okay, I am through the puddle, or flood, I guess. I've got about 6 kilometers to go, I think, maybe a bit less. I did have to do another detour, just around the back of the road, so I think we eventually come back out onto the road, but it might be another kilometer or so before that happens. I think eventually I'll end up having done about 23 kilometers, so well and truly beat my kilometer amount, I guess. But yeah, I'm gonna put my shoes back on and keep going. Okay, I'm having what will probably be my last break, eating my apple. I've realized that the bus stop, maybe 2 kilometers ahead, probably get on the bus there, which means I'll probably do about 21 kilometers, which is what I initially wanted to do anyways, but I just want to relax here in this beautiful grass for a little bit and then head up and get the bus back, so I'm going to do that. Can I just stay here, maybe? Feels like heaven. I think if I follow this trail, I head up back to the main road, and that's where I will get on the bus. I mean, seriously. I'm only a few hundred meters where I should be getting on the bus, so I'm gonna maybe say goodbye now to my face. I might show a few more clips, but I will recap when I get back home. I see the bus stop up there. We're so close. Hello. I'm exhausted, but not as exhausted as I thought I would be, and also I just cried for no reason, and I think it's because I just had such an amazing day. Like, I just felt like today was exactly how I would love to live my life. Just free. I just walked for ages and saw wildlife and animals and good views and beautiful nature, and I ate some food in a paddock, and it was just perfect. It was so perfect. And I don't know, I just keep kind of thinking about the day, and then I'm like tearing up. which is maybe because I'm exhausted that I'm feeling like uber emotional, but I just had such a good day. And yeah.